Hello and welcome. Here I left you, here I find you yet again. Today in this video I'm going to be doing some progression in the companion quest with Ray, Kaha, and especially Duras. We met Duras in the chapter 1 video and we left him by the wayside because I did a lot of other quests. If you're not into spoilers, his quest in particular has a bit of a shock. If you don't want to see that, just skip this video. But otherwise, just kick your feet up, relax, enjoy the video. Thanks for being here. Talk to you soon.
Elex lured me into a trap. You told me Elex was traveling alone, but I was ambushed by several units of Alb soldiers.
I told you what I knew of him. Elex must have changed his plans.
Where did you get that information in the first place?
From Elex.
Then either you lied, or Elex used you to set a trap for me.
The hybrid has made him blind to all other things. You must help set your brother free from the hybrid's control.
I can't promise you that.
This nonsense has to end. He was your brother in arms. He is your brother by blood.
Elex told me I was to become an Elexitor, one of the chosen. What does that mean?
That you were directly under the hybrid's control, working together as a group to do the hybrid's will.
But I don't remember even having access to the hybrid. As a full Elexitor, Elex was the one who had access. He was the one who always spoke directly to him. There must be more to this. It just doesn't add up.
Then you need to speak to Elex yourself.
I would have done, but the combat mechs you failed to warn me about had other ideas.
There must be another way to reach him.
And how do I do that without walking into another trap?
You will have to find a place where the combat mechs won't go. Then, you'll need to lure him there.
Any suggestions for where I can lure him?
No. That's a question you'll have to answer yourself.
Lure Elex? Are you serious?
It's better than you fighting his combat mechs.
Then give me a suggestion, Father. If you want to help him, then help me.
Something important happened in the past that I have yet to tell you. Elex has known for some time, and I think he fears the truth.
What is it he fears?
Losing his rank as Elexitor.
Tell me this secret.
There is a small fishing village on an island to the south of Idan. It is now long abandoned. You should go there. That is where you will find the answers you are seeking.
You must be able to tell me more than that.
I could tell you, but you may not believe me. You have to see it yourself to understand. I will speak to you when you return.
I'm popping in here to let you know I'm sorry about this particular section. When you get across to this island, the game audio for the voices and the music are a little bit odd. So it seems like the music is a little loud. You may want to turn on subtitles if you want to hear the story. This is just one of those things about Elex. Sometimes the mixing is not too good. But if you listen closely, you can catch what's going on in the story.
So, this is the place Wardick wanted me to see. This place, there's something familiar about it. I have been here before. This path, this beach. It was a long time ago, but I was here. I was still a child. A young child. I lived here with my parents. This was my home. It was raining. They came out of the darkness with their weapons of light and fire. People ran in panic. They ran. They were cut down. The town on fire. Screaming. Another boy hiding near me. Just as afraid as I was. Everyone else was gone. All that remained were the lifeless bodies in the surf. It was just me and the other boy. Then one of the attackers found us and took us with them. He named me Jax, and the other boy, Elex. Tell me about these contracts.
Okay, the situation is this. I lost track of the guys from Jackson's gang. I think they were looking for another crew to join. They really needed to make a profit. Out of them all, Mason, Bombi, and Jackson will probably be the hardest to find. What I do know, though, is that Leo stayed in the desert. Tell me when you're ready, and we can go find him.
He fought hard.
He was a brave man when I knew him. We still haven't found all the copies of the contract. Yeah, let's hope we find the rest before someone tries to collect on it.
Okay, let's find Leo.
He's staying on the coast. I'll show you the way.
It seems you're famous all the way out to the coast of Tavar. He'd got a contract on him.
Well, at least you've managed to get that one back. It seems whoever's after me has the whole gang looking for me. We still haven't found all the copies of the contract. Yeah, let's hope we find the rest before someone tries to collect on it.
What about your brother? Can't he help you?
At the moment, Tom is... well, let's say he's not around.
What's the full story?
Complicated. Maybe I'll tell it to you one day.
What about your old boss, Jackson? Do you have an idea where he is?
Jackson's still doing what he's always done, leading a group of reavers. But he's gone sour. I mean, really bad. The guys he's running with now take anything from anyone. They murder. That's not how we used to be. Come on, we should find him before he finds me.
Where is he?
They're wanted men, so his gang is always on the move. Last I heard, he was hiding in eastern Abesser, near the dam.
If Jackson's on the run, do we need to worry about him?
He's still got a copy of the contract for the hit. We need to take that out of circulation.
Let's find Jackson.
Jackson's dangerous. If we find him, maybe it will be the end for me. Maybe we shouldn't be looking for trouble.
Your choice.
Yeah. Leave him out there and wait for him to find me, or find him first. Not much of a choice. This is gonna be a real fight. Jackson's camp should be nearby. This fight won't be easy.
I have Jackson's copy of the contract.
So, another one out to get me. I'm not surprised. I mean, of all the gang, Jackson didn't give a shit about anyone. We still haven't found all the copies of the contract. Yeah, let's hope we find the rest before someone tries to collect on it.
You don't need to worry about Jackson anymore. But if he was carrying a copy of the contract, then he isn't the one behind this. We still don't know who took the hit out on you.
If it isn't Jackson who took the contract out, then I don't know who it could be. I'll have to look into this and tell you if I find anything new, okay?
What else can you remember about Jackson's old crew?
I heard there have been some sightings of Mason in a dam. I'll ask around, see if it's true. If people know where he is, in the meantime, I'll stick with you. Oh yeah, and thanks.
You should go back to Origin.
Of course.
Hey, wait! I can feel traces of an Elex deposit. I want to check it out, to see if I can learn anything from it.
Where is this deposit?
It's up on the high borderlands between Adan and Tavar. It feels like it will be big enough to allow me to learn more.
Very well. Let's find the deposit.
Yeah, follow me. It's on the east border of Adan. Is here. Either I'm getting more attuned to the Elex, or this is the biggest deposit I have ever found.
Did it work?
Wait. I can hardly breathe.
Are you all right?
Give me a moment. Don't you feel anything at all?
No.
Maybe it's just me. I could sense something here, but I don't yet know what it means. I thought it must affect other people on some level at least. Why did this talent pick me?
Do you still need to find more traces of Elex?
Yeah, there was something there in the background when I probed that Elex deposit. I don't know what it is that I felt. Not yet. I know of another place we can try, but it's likely to be pretty dangerous. These big Elex deposits always are. Just give me a little time. As soon as I can locate it, I'll tell you where we need to go. That was great.
About the side effects of Elex.
Yeah?
Here, I have some mana for you.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm doing all right, thank you. I hope the differences between the Free Peoples won't mean we lose this war against the Alps.
You should go back to Origin.
Very well.
found in the forest.
The forest is a dangerous place.
The berserker who was murdered was called Asgore. Did you know him?
Asgore? That asshole. Yeah, I knew him. I kept out of his way. He kissed Ragnar's ass and treated everyone else like rot boar shit.
When were you last in the forest by Goliath?
I don't know. Not for a year. This is the best area for hunting, and all Goliath cares about is me filling my quota. As long as I send them meat and fur, I can stay out here away from small talk and politics.
Sociable guy, aren't you?
Sociable just means happy to talk shit. I don't talk shit.
Do you always hunt with a bow?
A bow? Traps? You should always try and kill at a distance. Learn that, and you will live longer. I'm here to feed berserkers, not the creatures.
You didn't like Asgore.
I didn't put myself in a position where I needed to. Little shit won't be missed.
Sounds like you had a grudge.
I think most people are assholes. You only asked me about Asgore. What's with all these questions? Is some asshole trying to pin this on me?
I'm questioning anyone I meet out here.
If you want an alibi for me, you'll have to go out there and speak to the raptors.
Who are you? What are you doing here? No one's allowed around the world, Hart.
I'm no threat.
So you say. What brings you all the way out here?
Are you responsible for the world, Hart, here?
That's what you care about? The world, Hart? What about the men sent with it? If we wither, it does too. Goliath should care as much about us as they care about that plant. But yes, what are we next to a world, Hart? Ants in history. Here we are standing by the future of Magellan, the very thing given to us in Magellan's hour of need. Maybe that's what Bourne meant. He told me being a cultivator was about learning who you are. Out here, isolated with this thing to care about, I've certainly gained perspective.
Tell me, what do you know about Asgore's murder?
Nothing really. I don't hear much from Goliath out here.
So, you were here when he was killed?
Probably. I haven't been anywhere else in months. I only go back for supplies or to transport seedlings. When was Asgore killed?
3 months ago, around Mana's Eve.
Oh, then I was back in Goliath sometime around then. I've lost track, to be honest, but whenever it was, I didn't see anything.
How well do you know Asgore?
Not at all. I mean, I knew of him, people talked about him, but I don't think I ever said more than hello to him, and he ignored me. He didn't really have time for cultivators. But, you know, people can be like that. Some value our work, others think they're superior somehow.
Do you carry a sword?
Of course. It's dangerous out here.
Do you know where they found Asgore's body?
I'm guessing somewhere in the forest, or why ask me, right?
Did you hear anything else about Asgore?
Well, I'm wondering why you're not asking me about the seedling that disappeared the same night Asgore was murdered. No one seems to be asking about it, And from what I heard, it wasn't just a seedling, it was one close to maturity. I heard it was being sent to a cultivator in the hope it could go on to Tavar or somewhere as a new world heart. But it never arrived.
You work here on your own?
Most of the time. That's part of the punishment. It didn't used to be as lonely. They'd send patrols out to check on us. But since the Albs started attacking, we've been left on our own out here. Yeah, I guess we're not a priority.
I don't think you killed Ascor.
Me? Of course I didn't.
You really don't think you have a motive?
You mean the seedling he had? I'm a cultivator. I look after a world heart. I want to know what happened to the seedling he had. Why aren't you investigating where it went?
You're out here with a sword, and no witnesses.
If I tried to attack a warrior with a sword, chances are you'd be planting me in the ground.
Nothing to do?
What? Who are you? What do you want? Who goes there?
I need to ask you about Ascor's murder.
I can't tell you anything about that. Not anything that's not being said already. He should have kept his head down like me. Ambition only gets you dead. He should have picked this spot and stayed there. Why are you interested in that? Really?
Tell me what you do know about the murder.
Me? I only know what people are saying. But they thought Ascor had run away, but he hadn't. He'd been murdered somewhere out in the forest. I was out here at the time, on guard duty.
Did anyone see you? Is there anyone who can give you an alibi?
Hilda. She was with me all night. Her and Alba, and Dagny, and Erica, Freya, Garrett, Heggie, Magda. They're the trees over there. They're my girls. Very lonely out here. So no, I have no alibi.
Did you know Ascor well?
Since we were old enough to crawl, our parents were friends. We grew up like brothers.
Have you been trained to use that sword?
All berserkers are. You think I could survive out here if I couldn't use it?
Ascor's body was found near here. Did you see it?
No. I know where he was found. But no, I didn't. And I'm glad I didn't see him. I wouldn't want to remember him like that. My duties keep me here most of the time. So I stay looking after my girls, the trees. making sure they stay safe.
Where do you go when you do get away?
Nearby. Not Goliad, if that's what you mean. I tend to stay out here these days.
Where nearby?
The lift into the Valley of the Damned. That's a good place to relax. There's quite the view of the valley there. It's a good place to let your worries just drift away.
You look quite strong for somebody who's just standing around all day.
Maybe. And I hope you find who did it.
Maybe you did it. You knew him. You don't have an alibi.
Why would I kill him? He was my friend.
Why should I believe you?
Because it sounds like you're doing something about this, like you want to find out who did it. You should start with people who had a problem with him, not his friends.
Your friend Ascor, what kind of man was he?
Well, he wasn't a simple guy. He was my friend. Our parents were friends. We basically grew up as brothers. But he was sort of ambitious, and that sometimes, well, made him an ass. Listen, it doesn't matter. Just forget what I said.
Ambition could give a motive, if he got in someone's way.
Well, don't look at me. I'm happy where I am. I don't give a troll's ass about promotion.
Are you a guard?
Stop asking questions and answer them. Who are you?
You're lucky I'm not an enemy.
Well, you know, it's not like the elves are going to attack these trees, is it? If there's one thing the elves know we got a lot of, it's trees. And it's not like these trees do much. I mean, they're not going to run away while I'm asleep, are they? Did Master Thorold send you? Is there something important? Because if not, just go, okay?
What makes you think Thorold the Pilgrim sent me?
When he was still the big boss up there in Goliath, he used to reprimand me quite often. I wondered if he was still keeping an eye on me. Still, whatever. I've heard he's retreated into study. Let him play with his magic. I hope it does save us. And while he's away, I have my peace and quiet out here.
You've done well getting here alive.
Are you a sentry here?
Yes. My name is Thorgal. Just stay clear of the World Heart while you're here, then we'll get along fine. There won't be any shit, okay?
Ascor is dead.
Dead? What the hell happened to him?
He was murdered.
Damn. I knew it. He was just too ambitious.
Can you think of anyone who might have done it?
Me? No. Well, not specifically. He's ambitious. Was ambitious. He always wanted to become a paladin. Last I heard, he was due to be tested by Ragnar along with some other candidates. Passing that test was all he ever wanted.
So, what do you think got him murdered?
I don't know. Ascor was a good man. Well, he was to me. But he could wind people up. Maybe he got the wrong person pissed with him. Maybe someone else was as ambitious as him.
You knew Ascor well?
Yeah, I asked if he could come out here on this assignment. But he stayed back in Goliath so he could take the warrior test.
When did you last see Ascor?
Just over 3 months ago. Not long before I came out here.
How long have you been away from Goliath?
Just over 3 months. Since then, I've been here, trying to survive in the beautiful islands of Abessa. Trying to manage an outpost with too few people and too few supplies.
And you have witnesses to your whereabouts?
Yeah. More if we can find that missing supply team. This camp by the World Heart is where I've been, and this is where I'll stay until the warlords order me back.
You must be good with a sword to have got posted out here.
Not good enough to hit someone in Edan from here, if that's what you mean.
It's obvious you didn't do it.
Yeah, well, I hope you'll find who did.
I think Ragnar must just have wanted you eliminated from suspicion.
He said to question me?
Yes, Duras told me.
Duras? Well, he's a man who stands by his duty. I hope the two of you find the murderer.
I'm working on it.
Look into whoever might have been a rival for Ascor. That's my advice.
Anything happening around here that I should know about?
I don't know. We don't have the manpower to patrol outside the palisade. It's pretty dangerous out there. You'll need to keep an eye open. There are plenty of ambush sites.
You'd better get rid of that technology.
About Ascor's murder. Thorgal wasn't anywhere near Goliath at the time of the murder, and he has witnesses to prove it.
Yeah, he's also too skilled a fighter to have left Ascor such a bloody mess. So, he's out as a suspect.
Garen just wants to hunt. He didn't like Ascor, but I don't think he killed him. Besides, if he had killed Ascor, he'd have used his bow, not a sword.
Yeah, all Garen wants is to hunt. He'd have no motive for this.
It's not conclusive, but I don't think it was him.
I agree. I don't think it was him either. Let's take him off the list.
Eardor didn't have time to commit a murder. He's tending to the world hard and looking after supplies. Besides, he's just too weak to have killed Ascor in the way you described.
Yes, I agree. I don't think Eardor was capable of this. That's one less suspect for us.
Rock wasn't anywhere near Goliath when the murder was committed. He didn't like Ascor, but I don't think he could have done it. I'd say he didn't kill Ascor.
I didn't think he would have the opportunity, but Ragnar insisted I look into him. I guess Ragnar was wrong.
You recently became a warrior, didn't you? You and Ascor are both eligible to be paladins.
Yes, but trust me, I'm happier with my job collecting waifs and strays than becoming a paladin and going out to the front lines. I think I'm making more of a difference doing what I'm doing. Ascor, though, was a driven man. Becoming a paladin was all he wanted.
I don't think Baron did it. Ascor was his friend, and Baron just wants to be left alone. I don't see why he'd murder anyone.
All right. Even though he knew Ascor better than most, yeah, you're right. He doesn't have the energy or the motive. Frankly, I only think Ragnar wanted Baron questioned in case he had seen anything. It looks like he didn't. Let's take him off the list for now.
You were right. The investigation was a waste of time. It must have been someone outside Edan. All of his suspects are innocent.
It's Ragnar we'll have to convince. He is certain one of them did it. He's not often wrong.
Then who do you think it was?
I don't know.
Then tell Ragnar that.
What about Baron? He didn't have a proper alibi, did he?
There was no one there to say he was at his post, and of all the suspects, he knew Ascor the best.
Then it must be him. The others all have alibis, and Baron knew Ascor better than the others.
I thought you said Ragnar only included Baron in case he saw something.
Ragnar wants answers. He's insisting the murderer is found. You've questioned everyone, and Baron's the only one without a decent alibi. Do you know where Baron is?
I found him in the forest, but he said he takes time off to go to the lift into the Valley of the Damned.
Then we should go there and see what we find. You want me to come with you?
do you think we'll find there?
Who knows? But we don't have any evidence so far, so it feels like we should check this clue out. At least so we can tell Ragnar that we did.
Why would Baron talk about that place if he had something to hide?
Since when have criminals been clever? And Baron's not that smart. Maybe he just let something slip.
You're serious? You really think Baron did it?
What other leads do we have? Look, let's just check this out and then we'll know for sure.
All right. I'll search the area near the lift that Baron talked about. What is it I'm looking for?
We won't know until we find it. Have a look around, bring me anything you find. Just don't interfere with it.
What do you mean, interfere?
Bring anything you find to me without disturbing it. Whatever you find, we should take it to Ragnar.
Then you know what it is.
No, I'm warning you. Do what I say.
Right.
Just trust me. Your life might depend on it.
I could use your help.
Then you have it.
You think you can keep up with me? I mean, I use a jetpack sometimes.
I know. I have one that I haven't taken to the pit yet.
Can you use it though? You are a berserker.
Yeah, sometimes rules can be bent. I'll deal with any trouble.
Then let's go.
You lead, I'll follow.
I found something hidden in Baron's hiding place.
What'd you find?
Here. Do you think this could belong to Baron?
No, that was Ascor's. And now we find it at a place Baron confesses coming to regularly? Huh, I'd say we have some evidence.
After what you did for me, I will trust you to decide what to do with the casket.
I'll take it to Ragnar, and you can consider this case done. You needn't worry about it anymore.
Is that everything you have to say?
The destruction of a seedling is a matter for a warlord. Your involvement is over.
Uh-huh. So what happens now?
I take this to Ragnar. He'll deal with it from here.
You want to know what I think about the murder?
Very well. What do you think?
Well, I don't think any of the people on the list did it. There's just not the proof. There's only one person associated with Ascor we've not investigated. You.
Me?
You were a rival to Ascor. You carry a sword. Then you find out Baron goes to where the seedling was found and suddenly think he's a prime suspect.
You can't think I did it.
I do. It's simple. You murdered Ascor.
What are you talking about? You can't seriously think it was me.
Tell me your alibi.
You don't know what you're talking about.
You spend your time outside, Goliad. And you spend all your time trying to persuade me not to investigate this. Then tell me. Tell me, or you'll have to tell Ragnar.
Ragnar will see me dead. I'm an outsider, and Ascor was born a berserker. He was known, and he was one of Ragnar's favorites.
So you did kill him?
Kill him? Yes. Murder him? No. I found Askor by the lift one day. He'd managed to kill the seedling he'd been given. He knew that would stop him becoming a paladin. He attacked me.
So why hide that? And why frame Baron?
Baron's been blackmailing me. He found me with Askor's body. He knows I'm an outsider. Who would they believe? Who do you believe? I gave you a chance. Won't you do that for me?
I can see why you did it. I'll keep your secret.
Thank you. You don't know what a weight this has been. I owe the Berserkers. Now I owe them more. I didn't want him dead, but he flipped on me. I don't think it helped that it was me. He couldn't stand the idea that he'd be facing exile while I continued on as a warrior.
What is in the casket?
Property that belongs to the Berserkers. You now know who the murderer is. That's what you needed to discover.
Ragnar wants answers. This won't be over until he's happy he has them. Time for you to step aside and let me finish this.
What do you mean?
I solved the murder. I will get the reward.
Wait a moment.
I could tell Ragnar that murderer wasn't a berserker.
You could also tell him it was me.
You'll have to take that risk.
You don't believe I can let you go to Ragnar after that?
Then draw your weapon or trust me.
Then do it. But quickly. The sooner we have it behind us, the better.
Do you think we make a good team, Duras?
Two experienced warriors like us? I feel like there is nothing we cannot do.
You should go back to Origin.
Yeah.
There were millions of people on this planet using technology that is lost to us now.
You ordered the warrior Duras to investigate Askor's murder?
Yes. Askor was a trusted and well-liked member of our people. So it was only right that his murder should be investigated by Duras. Justice will be done. Askor's murderer must face the punishment they deserve.
I have some information about Askor's murder.
Anything you know would be helpful. What have you learned?
The murderer isn't anyone from Goliath.
How do you know this?
None of the suspects had a clear motive or opportunity. It makes sense that it was an outsider. There is a war on, after all.
So why was Askor killed?
For the seedling. My guess, it was a simple robbery. Askor refused to hand over the seedling and was killed for it.
So Askor died honorably, defending the seedling? I had started to hear grumblings about Askor, but defending a seedling to the death, that is the man I knew. You stand for the law, and you see good men die for it. So we have an answer. There would never be a good result to this tragedy. But knowing that this foul murder was not committed by one of our brothers is as much as I could hope for. I will consider this matter closed. My thanks to you and to Duras for bringing me this closure. You did well to bring this information to me. Here, take this reward as thanks for ending this matter. I am surprised you solved this before Duras.
That technology will get you into trouble here.
A brave choice.
Is that everything you have to say?
From a lost sheep to a wolf.
When fate brings us together, we will see. I could use your help.
You lead, I'll follow. Opportunities are there to be seized.
Follow me.
All right.
Okay, there we have it, folks. We've finished up quite a few companion quests. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope to see you next time. And until then, take care of yourself, and I will see you later. Bye.